Welcome back to Manly Focus channel. Today, we've got a real treat for you, an in-depth discussion that dives into the mechanics of relationships from a viewpoint you might not often hear. We're going to break down what some call manipulative tactics, and how understanding these strategies, particularly those used by women, can help you navigate relationships more effectively. Now, this topic can be a bit controversial, but our aim is to empower you with knowledge, so stick around until the end, you won't want to miss this. Human relationships are complex tapestries woven from threads of emotion, instinct, and reason. One of the most enigmatic and discussed components of this tapestry is the dynamics between men and women. While feminist perspectives have been studied extensively, there has been a surge in alternative views that aim to empower men. Chief among these are the red pill philosophy and the men going their own way, MGTOW, movement. Both focus on men's empowerment through a keen understanding of the inherent gender dynamics that have evolved over millennia. This video aims to offer an extensive look into the mechanics of manipulation, specifically from women towards men, according to these controversial but increasingly popular perspectives. At the heart of the red pill ideology lies the concept of alpha and beta males, a divisive classification that seeks to explain the hierarchical nature of male competition. Alpha males are often described as dominant, self-confident, and exceedingly competent in various facets of life, especially in social dynamics and relationships. Beta males, conversely, are portrayed as submissive, less confident, and more inclined to seek approval, particularly from women. This dichotomy is crucial because it offers an explanatory framework for why some men are more susceptible to manipulation, often coming from a place of perceived inferiority. Understanding the differences between alpha and beta males can help one identify the techniques and strategies employed to influence behavior, especially in romantic relationships. The red pill often leans heavily on evolutionary psychology to explain contemporary behavior. From this viewpoint, women are hardwired to be attracted to alpha males, who demonstrate traits of a capable protector and provider. This might manifest in seeking men with resources or those who display high social value. While this idea seems to pigeonhole women into a singular, transactional role, it serves to introduce the concept of manipulation as more of a survival strategy than a calculated deceit. Women, according to this theory, are guided by their evolutionary instincts to select mates who offer the best chance of survival for themselves and their offspring, even if it involves subconscious manipulation. One of the more contentious claims of red pill theory is that manipulation is a prevalent strategy employed by women to get what they desire. However, it is essential to remember that manipulation is not gender-specific and can be utilized by anyone, regardless of their sex. In this framework, emotional manipulation often takes center stage. The beta male, eager to please and willing to compromise, is particularly susceptible to emotional tactics like guilt-tripping, shaming, or even gaslighting. Such men may also employ these tactics themselves in a vain attempt to secure affection or favor from women. Being aware of these tactics is the first step toward countering them, allowing for more authentic interactions and relationships. Recognizing the damsel in distress tactic. A classic tactic often attributed to women, though not exclusively, is the damsel in distress approach. Here, vulnerability or helplessness is portrayed to elicit a strong protective response, primarily from men who may have a natural inclination to help. This tactic aims to make men feel needed and indispensable, but it could lead to a one-sided relationship where one party is constantly giving, while the other is receiving. Recognizing this tactic early on is crucial for establishing a balanced and equal partnership. The silent treatment and emotional withdrawal. Another form of manipulation that is commonly seen in relationships is the use of silence or emotional withdrawal as a form of punishment. When you do something that displeases the other person, they might respond by shutting down emotionally or refusing to communicate. This behavior can create an unhealthy cycle and foster a manipulative atmosphere where one party is continually trying to win back the other's affection or approval. Gaslighting, manipulating reality. This tactic involves manipulating someone into questioning their thoughts, memories, or events occurring around them. For example, if you're sure of something you've witnessed or felt, and the other person flat out denies it or twists the facts, you may start to question your perception or even your sanity. This is a severe form of emotional abuse and is often used to gain power and control in the relationship. Love bombing, an overdose of affection. Love bombing entails overwhelming someone with affection and promises of future happiness, only to withdraw it all suddenly later on. This emotional roller coaster can make the person on the receiving end incredibly confused, fostering a dependent relationship where they're always seeking to regain that lost affection. You owe me attitude, emotional debt. Another manipulation tactic is the creation of an emotional debt. You may hear phrases like, "After all I've done for you, you owe me this." This tactic can be particularly effective because many people naturally want to repay perceived debts, emotional or otherwise. However, a relationship should not be a constant tit-for-tat scenario where one person feels burdened to pay back the other. Weaponizing jealousy. Some people intentionally flirt with others or make their partner feel insecure to gain an upper hand in the relationship. The idea is to make the partner feel they have to compete for affection, making them more likely to comply with demands or wishes just to keep the relationship. Each of these tactics can be disguised as normal behavior, making them difficult to recognize. Developing into an alpha. For those subscribing to red pill philosophy, becoming an alpha male is often seen as the panacea for many of life's challenges, particularly in relationships. The journey towards this transformation is rife with self-examination, experience, skill acquisition, and an overriding need for self-improvement. It involves not just understanding women and their evolutionary tendencies but also a deep understanding of oneself. Physical fitness, financial stability, and emotional intelligence are frequently cited as the three pillars supporting the alpha male archetype. The influence of society, media, and culture cannot be discounted either. They play a colossal role in shaping men's views, which is why red pill advocates stress the importance of mentorship from strong, self-reliant men, especially during the impressionable years of youth. A cornerstone of red pill philosophy is the notion of the free man, someone who has internalized red pill teachings to such an extent that he can navigate relationships and societal structures on his terms. The free man adopts a strategy of radical honesty, integrity, and a straightforward approach to life's challenges, distancing himself from the underhanded tactics that he believes are often employed by women. This man is acutely aware of his value and refuses to compromise it for short-term gains. By doing so, he negates the possibility of being manipulated, as he places a premium on mutual respect, equitable exchange of value, and open communication. Life is much like an intricate, interconnected network, where each node affects every other. The red pill perspective warns men that a single bad decision, especially within relationships, can reverberate through the entire network, causing a system-wide failure, not unlike an electrical short circuit. It could be a toxic relationship that drains emotional and financial resources, or a misguided pursuit of validation that ends up affecting self-worth and future interactions. The red pill philosophy equips men with the tools to dissect these issues, offering them a map to navigate through the labyrinthine complexity of relationships without losing themselves in the process. Taking the red pill is often described as a form of awakening, enabling men to see the world, particularly relationships with women, through a new lens. This newfound clarity allows for a life led with greater intentionality and purpose. Men are encouraged to develop self-awareness, set boundaries, and enforce them, thereby reclaiming agency in their relationships. This empowerment is not just about sidestepping manipulative tactics but also about fostering an environment where mutual respect and genuine affection can flourish. Recognizing manipulation is just the starting point. The end goal is to create relationships that are fulfilling and free of covert influence. Alright, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into understanding the dynamics of manipulation in relationships through the lens of the red pill philosophy and MGTOW. Remember, knowledge is power. Whether you fully subscribe to these ideas or not, understanding them can arm you with the tools you need to foster healthier, more genuine connections. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let's get the conversation going in the comments below. Remember, be aware, be strong, and always be your most authentic self. Until next time, take care.